today here on the little planet that I, as always, love to share with you. Today's episode, which is already the 14th, is titled Breathing. And anyone who has landed here on the little planet before knows that I really, really love using and sharing breathing exercises. Many of us have not yet studied breathing often or more deeply, and I simply want to do my part to change that and bring more into people's consciousness. By this I mean that we can become aware of how we breathe and what it means when we breathe predominantly imperfectly, that is, not completely. Breathing is something so basic and, of course, something so vital to us. We all know that, and yet, seen over the course of a day, most people breathe imperfectly and rather shallowly. Moreover, since many of us have been wearing masks for quite some time now, it actually makes even more sense to do regular breathing exercises, that is, to breathe consciously. Fortunately, we can't forget to breathe, because we inhale and exhale almost automatically, reflexively. Yes, I could also say that we have to breathe in and out. Who knows if this wouldn't happen to us otherwise in all of the often usual everyday hustle and bustle. If you have already done one or the other meditation with me here on the small planet, then you may remember that when I exhale, I often say, "And when exhale happens, let the breath go again." And sometimes I also say, "And now let the breath go again all by itself." So it happens on its own. The inhale and the exhale, if there's oxygen. Our physical, but also our psychological, mental health is based, similar to our nutrition, to a very significant extent on the quality of our inhalation and exhalation cycles. Do you know how many times a day we inhale and exhale on average? 23,040 times we do. Just imagine that. So breathing is an integral part of what we might call our existence. And breathing in is just as important as breathing out. But more on that in a moment. Our breathing cycles always form a pair, except for our first and our last breath. All in all, today I would like to breathe in and out together with you in very different ways and share 3 different breathing in and breathing out cycles with you. Each breathing cycle has a different emphasis, or in other words, the first breathing technique we do can energize and invigorate us. You could do it always in the morning, or even when you feel a bit listless or still tired. Of course, you could also do it if you have something to do after a long, tiring day and want to refresh yourself through breathing. Let's do this breathing technique together right now. Make sure you are sitting comfortably and relaxed. This can be on a chair, a soft blanket, or maybe you prefer to sit on a yoga cushion. Put a cloth or blanket around your shoulders to keep you warm. So, are you ready? Then let's move on to the first breathing technique, the breathing technique that can invigorate and energize you. I'm going to explain to you how it works. But first I have to tell you something that concerns all 3 techniques. It's about exhalation. Whenever you have the feeling that you have already exhaled completely, just pull the belly button in a little bit back towards your spine. You will then be able to notice that there's actually still some exhaling going on. Often the focus of breathing exercises is more on inhalation than on exhalation, but then all the used air has really left you. If you breathe consciously, then close your eyes while doing so. So, let me explain the first technique to you now. First, we breathe in slowly and calmly through the nose, and we do this by counting to 6 internally. The mouth remains closed. When we reach the number 6, we should have inhaled completely. And then we do not exhale again, but we hold our breath. And at the same time, we count to 4. Then we breathe out completely again through the slightly open mouth and count to 6 again, as we did when we breathed in. And again we hold the breath now, but only for a second. You can just count to 1 internally. Now and then we breathe in again to the count of 6, and so on. And let's start and do this cycle right 3 times in a row. I'll count for you, okay? And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath again, 1, and once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, and once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold the breath, 1. And now let's breathe again by itself and feel. Maybe you have the feeling of a very slight dizziness. This is not a bad thing. On the contrary, you are simply oxygenated in a certain way. When you breathe in, you can make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and don't pull them up with you. So, that was the energizing, the invigorating breathing. And relax your forehead, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. And now let's move on to the second breathing technique. This breathing cycle balances us. And this time we breathe like this. We breathe in gently through the nose just like before and count to 6 again. Then we hold the breath again, but this time we only count to 2. Then we breathe out again and count to 6. When you have pulled your navel back slightly and thus exhaled completely, then hold your breath by counting to the 2. Then inhale again. So again, inhale to the count of 6, hold to the count of 2, exhale to the count of 6, and hold again to the count of 2. And now breathe the whole cycle 3 times in a row. I count for you again. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, hold, and out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold, 1, 2, and inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 1, 2, and out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 1, 2, and inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 1, 2, and out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold, 1, 2. And let's breathe again, all by ourselves. Feel for it. You can do this breathing technique at any time of the day, and maybe you can incorporate it into your daily routine. And now, let's move on to the third breathing technique. It's for deep relaxation, and you could also do it whenever you can't fall asleep, but also when you're excited or restless. Well, it goes like this. This time you breathe in again to the count of 6. Then you hold your breath only for a very short time until 1. And you breathe out again through the slightly open mouth to the 8. Now you hold the breath again, but also only very briefly to the 1. Again, you breathe this cycle 3 times in a row. If the breath is held until 1, then this is always something more like a short pause before inhaling or exhaling again. Over time, so with practice, this comes quite easily and you fall into what is called a breath wave movement. So let's start. I'm counting again. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, and out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold 1. Let's breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 1, and out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold 1, and inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 1, and out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold 1. And let's breathe in by ourselves and feel yourself, feel your body. Maybe you notice a slight tingling in your forehead region. If not, that's okay too. Well, do you still have your eyes closed? Now open them again, but very slowly. Take your time. You know what? In the past, the breath was also called the way the soul enters the body. I like that. And the Hebrew word for air or wind is called ruah. It means at the same time also God. With the activating, the balancing, and the relaxing breathing technique, you have 3 breathing cycles for almost every situation in life at hand. And you can integrate them very well into your everyday life. You can even do them in your car in the parking lot before or after work. In the beginning, counting while breathing might seem a bit difficult, but it's just the practice. When we tried tying our shoes for the first time, we were probably also faced with an almost unsolvable task. In any case, I would be happy if these free breathing exercises could enrich your everyday life and support you. If you like, just visit me on my YouTube channel of the same name. There I show and tell, among many other things, also something about other meditation techniques. For today, I say bye, and maybe we will meet here again soon, here on the small planet, which is always also yours.